Oh my goodness, I have so much good stuff to share with you. Like, I think you're gonna be shocked because this is a very, very interesting group of products I have to share with you, and you're gonna be so surprised of what's at the bottom and what's all the way at the top. Hello my friends, welcome to my monthly favorites countdown video. If you've never been with me for a countdown before, the way that it works is we start with the worst products I tried this month all the way up to the best products that I tried this month. Products aren't necessarily brand new, but a lot of times they are. So let's go ahead and get started with the worst product that I tried this month. Oh, it's bad. It's really bad. So the worst product that I tried this month is the OFRA Lip Exfoliator. I don't know what Oprah's thinking on this one. This is a lip exfoliator, but it is completely and totally smooth and shiny. I don't know, it's like a lip gloss. Like, how is this an exfoliator? Like, I don't even know. So, you know, Oprah does a lot of things really, really well. They do the liquid lipsticks beautifully. They do the highlighters really, really well. The face primer is nice, but it's called a silicone face primer, but silicone's the last ingredient. I don't really get that. And this is another thing I don't really get. It's called a lip exfoliator, yet there is no grit, there's no grain in it, there's nothing that makes me feel like my lips are being exfoliated at all. I mean, it's a completely smooth, glossy formula. I don't get it. I don't understand this. So, yeah, so this is number 10 for me this month. Just, no. Now, these are just products that just kind of let me down. This is the Hourglass Light Correcting Primer. I got it in 3 different colors because I was like, oh, it's a new product. I'm so excited. I got it for Ipsy points. Super excited about it. Like, yes, Hourglass on Ipsy. Sweet. As far as keeping my makeup on longer, giving a nice base, they're okay. But I wouldn't say that they're any better than the typical face primer that I use. There's nothing special about them. And I think that's why nobody's talking about them, is because they're extremely ordinary. I have luminous light, dim light, and mood light. I feel like mood light is the one that gives the most luminosity, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess they have very slight differences in how much luminosity they give you under your foundation, but it's not enough to invest in more than one. If you want to try one and you want luminosity, go with mood light. If you want one that's a little less luminous, go with dim light. I mean, it's kind of obvious by the names, but I mean, it's just, they're very ordinary, and for the price tag, they're totally not worth it. Number 8 is a product that I did a full review on. I'm actually quite proud of this review with dupes. It's the Pat McGrath lip kits. I got 2 of the lip kits. This is the one in nude. This is the one that I liked better. If you are going to invest in one, I think the nude one is the way to go. I did not get the berry toned one. I did get Venom as well. That's the red one. I feel like the red from those lip products bleed out. They're very messy. And overall, I just feel like they're mediocre products. I don't think, even though I think the glitter is beautiful for something like Instagram, it's not practical in that you're gonna end up eating some glitter, and that's just not good. It's just not a good idea. So if you want to see the dupes for these, definitely head over to that video. I will link it down below. Watch this video first and then head over to that one, and you'll be able to see like the dupes for it. And I just, price tag is way too high. The biggest win of this is the gold pigment, but I've got some suggestions from people in the community for gold pigments that are pretty much exactly the same. I will link those down below if I can find them. I will look for them and try to find them for you. But yeah, definitely a no on these, especially because of the price tag. Number 7, the NikiTutorials Power of Makeup palette. This is another thing that I did a full review on. What I want you to understand about this is that it swatches horribly, and you've probably seen that in a lot of videos, but it does apply to the eyes better than it swatches, even brush swatches. I feel like it applies better to the eyes. Perfect example of these are these 3 right here. Apply horribly with swatches, but on the eye, they perform much better. These 3 especially. These 2 have a lot of glitter fallout. I do really enjoy the mattes. Ivy is probably the powderiest, but I mean, it's just, I feel like for the price tag for Too Faced, I really want it to be easy to work with, and I don't find this to be especially easy. It is for more dramatic looks, like I say in the review video. It's for things that are a little, people that want some, like a transformative kind of look. It's not for your everyday kind of going to work, going to school, unless you want that transformative look. If you're just going for neutrals, this palette isn't going to be something you're going to want to get. I do really enjoy the blushes a lot. The bronzer is fine. It's a nice bronzer, the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I personally really like the Champagne Truffle. I've seen a lot of people say they don't like the Champagne Truffle. I personally like it. I like the way it looks on the cheeks. I don't find that it lasts a terribly long time, but it is a nice highlight, at least for me. So if you want to see the full review of this, that will be linked down below as well. But it's not everything I wanted it to be, and especially for the Too Faced name, I have extremely high standards for the Too Faced name, so there you go. Number 6 is something I discovered in my Ulta brand review. This is the Ulta Brow Gel. Okay. Let me just say I love this formula. It keeps my brows in place without my brows feeling crunchy. I'm wearing it today. Really, really like it. My big critique of this is that it's got this clear tube. So you can see it's starting to get a little bit foggy inside because I put my brow product on and then I use the brow gel and I stick it back in, and it's starting to get product inside and it's starting to look really, really nasty, and it just grosses me out. It's just nasty looking. So I wish that it was a different color, you know, something that I couldn't see through. Maybe even like a frosty kind of color instead of clear, because it's just creeping me out. But the product is excellent. The product is really, really good. It's just the packaging I don't like. Next up, the e.l.f. highlighter palette. This was new to me. I finally broke down and got it. I really like this highlighter palette a lot. It's a nice highlighter palette. I especially love these two shades. This one also is very good. I find this one to be a little bit too deep for my skin tone. I've also used these as eyeshadows. They're beautiful eyeshadows, beautiful highlights, beautiful for the inner corner, beautiful for the brow bone. I'm a huge fan of these e.l.f. palettes. You guys know, if you see my videos for a while, how much I love that e.l.f. contour palette. It was in my Ride or Die tag. It's amazing. This isn't, I don't like it quite as much as the contour palette, but I like it a lot. It's inching up there. I wish lasting power was just a little bit better, but the quality of these are so good as far as the way that it applies to the skin and doesn't make you look like you're so super shiny. I would imagine people with textured skin would really like this palette because it's not overly highlighty. It's just a really, really nice palette. I like it a lot. I don't normally do non-makeup products in my favorites, but I had to mention this to you. This is the Tree Hut Bare Moisturizing Shave Gel. I think I got this in a glossy box, if I remember right. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so amazing. It is the best shaving product I have ever used in my entire life. It is so good. It goes on almost like an oil. It's called a shave oil, but then it's got a little bit of lather to it. And that's the only thing I don't like about it, is that it says that you can either wipe it off or wash it off. I wish that it was more of an oil that I could just wipe off and not have to feel like I need to rinse it. Because of that lather, I really do feel like I need to wash it off so that I don't have any irritation to my skin. It just kind of freaks me out a little bit, but man, do I get a nice shave with this. It feels good. It's got a nice like beachy coconutty kind of scent. If you don't like coconutty scents, you probably won't like this, but you're putting it on your legs, so I don't know how much it's gonna bother you since it's not close to your face. But it's just a really nice shaving product. I will definitely be purchasing another one of these after I run out. Just really love this. Number 3 is new to me, but it also is not a brand new product. Been really enjoying this a lot. Comes with all of these beautiful shades. They are so incredibly pigmented and fun to use if you like a matte neutral eye look, especially if you have a deeper skin tone. This is gorgeous. Or if you just like darker shades on your eyes, you will absolutely love this. I think it is definitely worth the price. You get a huge amount of product. The only thing is it's worth the price if this is going to be a go-to product that you use all the time, because you do only get 1, 2, 3, you only get 4 shades. So if you're gonna use it all the time, I think it's definitely worth it. I do feel like it's kind of pricey, and you may already have shades like this in your collection, especially if you have the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palettes like that. You may be kind of overdone with the warm, rusty kinds of shades, but if you don't have something like that and you love matte eyes, definitely recommend this. My only critique of this is it does take a little bit of work to blend out because it is so incredibly pigmented that you really need a more stiff blending brush in order to get it to move around your eyes. So just be aware of that, but overall fantastic product. Lasting power is amazing, both with and without a primer. Goes on super smooth, not patchy at all. Just amazing product here. The last two I'm so excited about. So number 2 is the Ulta Blending Sponge. Oh my gosh, I've been loving this product. I have been loving this so much. I cannot believe how inexpensive it is. I love the shape of it. I love the bouncing of this side. I love being able to detail a little bit with this side. I do wish that it was a little bit pointier on the top, but the texture of it, the way that it feels, it's so soft. It applies foundation so well, just kind of bouncing it onto the skin. It gives such a beautiful finish, and for such an inexpensive product. I mean, this is cheaper than the Real Techniques one. I definitely like it better than the Real Techniques one. It rivals my Beauty Blender. Like, I feel like this is just as good as the Beauty Blender. I'm not gonna go as far to say it is better, but it's just as good. When I squeeze them both next to each other, they feel exactly the same. Where the Real Techniques is a little more dense, this is softer, and it's amazing. It's so good. Definitely recommend picking this up. And then the very last, number 1, total shocker, never saw this coming, the LA Girl Shimmering Loose Eyeshadow with Brush. I am like getting chills right now because I'm so excited because these were only $1 and they are definitely deserving of being number 1 on this list. They are so incredibly pigmented, insanely pigmented. I wore this one to Generation Beauty and Tati was like, Jen, what is on your eyes? So she said she was gonna pick some up. I don't know if she actually will or not, but she said she was gonna go get some, and I would definitely recommend these to anybody. Go to the Dollar Tree or your dollar store if you ever see LA Colors. This product is stinking amazing. If you look at the ingredients of this, it actually compares quite a bit to the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette, or also the Morphe 35O as far as the ingredient. It's not the same, but it's similar in ingredients, and I think that's pretty amazing for $1. Like, what? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for my countdown this month. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely make sure you share it with a friend that you think will also enjoy this video. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. Thanks again for watching. Mad love, and I'll see you soon. Bye.